What would you do if your child was swept away in a deadly flood and only a miracle could save them? Friends, this is a real-life miracle testimony from America's Texas flood, where Jesus saved a little girl in a way no one expected. Imagine waking up to see your entire town underwater, houses drowned, cars floating away, and people crying for help. Recently, the Guadalupe River overflowed in Texas, causing one of the worst flood disasters in America's history. But in the middle of this darkness, God showed his light and power. Today, we bring you a real story from America's Texas flood, where people lost everything overnight. But in the middle of this disaster, something powerful happened. A miracle that proved Jesus still works in mysterious ways. A little girl was saved when her family had lost all hope. In this video, we will share this miracle story and discuss why such disasters remind us of Jesus' teachings and his coming again. Stay till the end to understand the deeper message behind this miracle. If you like this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Scripture Wisdom for more videos that strengthen your faith. Friends, natural disasters show us that we are just humans. When floods come, our buildings, cars, roads, nothing can stand against the power of water. Recently in Texas, America faced a huge flood due to the overflowing of the Guadalupe River. Water levels rose so high that people had to leave their homes in the dark of night. For example, imagine sleeping peacefully and suddenly you hear water rushing into your house. Within an hour, water levels rise by 26 to 30 feet. People had no time to think or pack anything. They just ran to save their lives. However, in such tough times, we also see brave people rising up. Many locals, police, and rescue workers risked their own lives to save others. Some even lost their lives while helping families stuck in the flood. Furthermore, a camp director shared how so many volunteers worked day and night without thinking about their own safety, only to make sure others were safe. They show true love and sacrifice, just as Jesus taught us, love your neighbor as yourself. In the middle of this disaster, a miracle happened that touched everyone's hearts. There was a small girl, a student at a local school, who got swept away by the strong floodwater. Her parents were heartbroken. They thought they had lost her forever. They searched everywhere but found nothing. However, friends, Jesus had a different plan. Somehow that little girl found a mattress floating in the water. For 3 long hours, she held on to that mattress, floating alone in the dark flood water. Imagine, she was just a small girl with no strength to fight the water. But God gave her strength. He sent angels to protect her until rescuers found her alive and safe. Somehow, stories like these show us that Jesus still works among us. When we lose all hope, he comes and saves us in ways we can't imagine. This girl's life is a testimony that Jesus never leaves his children alone, even in the scariest storms of life. Furthermore, these disasters remind us of what the Bible has already told us about the end times. Jesus said that before his second coming, there will be disasters, floods, earthquakes, and famines. These are not just random events. They are signs for us to wake up, turn to God, and pray for forgiveness and protection. As believers, it is our duty to not just watch these disasters on the news, but to pray for all those affected. Whether it is America, Asia, Africa, or Europe, pain is the same everywhere. Every human life is precious to God. For example, today it is Texas. Tomorrow it can be our own city or village. We must keep our hearts ready, keep praying, and keep trusting God, because only he can save us from things that are beyond human power. However, many people start blaming governments, leaders, or even the victims. Friends, blaming never helps anyone. As the pastor said in this video, instead of judging, pray for the families, the churches, and the ministers working day and night to help people. Everyone has weaknesses. Even great leaders have weak points. But Jesus has called us to love and pray, not to judge. For example, if someone is drowning, will you stand there and ask who pushed them in, or will you first pull them out? Jesus wants us to pull people out of their pain with prayer and love. From this story, learn that your prayer has power. When you see news about disasters, don't just scroll and forget. Take a moment and pray. Pray for those families. Pray for the rescue workers. Pray for children who are alone and scared. Furthermore, let this miracle strengthen your faith. If Jesus can save a little girl floating alone for 3 hours in dangerous floodwaters, he can save you from any problem you face today. Whether it is sickness, job loss, fear, depression, or broken relationships, call out to him. He will make a way where there seems to be no way. Friends, today we learned about the terrible flood in Texas, how so many people lost their homes, and how brave rescuers risked their lives to save others. But in the middle of all this pain, we also saw Jesus' miracle. A little girl who everyone thought was lost forever was saved in a way no one expected. This story reminds us that no matter how big the storm is, Jesus is bigger. He is our hope, our protection, and our miracle worker. Whenever you feel lost or hopeless, remember this story. Hold on to Jesus just like that little girl held on to the mattress. He will never let you drown. If this video is helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Scripture Wisdom for more videos that strengthen your faith. Also, share this miracle story with someone today to remind them that Jesus is still working miracles. God bless you all.